Hello, welcome to the RattlerMan show. Tonight I'm going to talk to you about something that can help you. Well, another one of my preventative shows, we'll call it, for folks that like to eat cold, they call them cold cuts, processed meat, lunch meat, because I've eaten a lot of lunch meat in my day. I've eaten bologna, lots of bologna. Now here in Arkansas, we have a little old packaging outfit that's right in our area that processes meats, and we have this stuff called chicken loaf. We have barbecue loaf. I think we have luncheon loaf. Okay, I know they do. Alright. Well, I don't know if I can say the product name.
Why do they care?
I might get in trouble.
No, I don't care.
Well, anyway, it's named after the mountain that's down there by Marlton, right on the Arkansas River, because we are from Arkansas. And it's called Pettigene meats. And people love this meat. These Pettigene hams, one time a Pettigene ham was sent to the Today Show for Jane Pauley. I'm not lying. I heard it on there. They were talking about it. Anyway, will you please let me do my show? Or I'm going to make you get on here and do it. Anyway, this is good lunch meat. I like it. Even though the chicken loaf I don't think has any chicken in it. It's got... Yeah, it's in the store. When you buy it in the store on the shelf in a package, it says mock chicken loaf. But the barbecue loaf don't say mock barbecue loaf because they don't have to, because it's just barbecue loaf, so it can have any kind of meat you want in it. But they use the finest cuts of beef and pork and chicken, if they need chicken. Anyway, but it really is good. I've eaten it a big part of my life, and it ain't hurt me none. But well, she's messed me. I wish this thing could pause so I could back to what I was saying. But you got to be careful. You buy too much of it. I've seen people walk out of the store with a stick of this bologna that ain't been sliced, and they'll buy the whole thing out of one of these little country stores, and I'm thinking, boy, they must be really going to eat that for a while. But you don't want to buy too much of it at once, because you don't want it to get rancid. I call it, when something's ruined, I say it's done got slick. You know, don't eat that, it's slick, you know. Don't eat that mayonnaise, it's set out too long, it's slick. Now, you eat slick mayonnaise, it might be the last thing you do. So you don't want to bet your life on that. But anyway, that bologna and this loaf type stuff. Liver loaf is another one. It's made out of liver. I think it's and it really is. It's not mock liver loaf, it's liver. It's made out of liver. It kind of reminds you of a real flat piece of Brunswiger with a little strip of lard around the border of it to help give it a little flavor. I used to like it, but I burned myself out on it. But you don't want none of this stuff to sit in the refrigerator too long. Sometimes okay, back to my slick thing, it don't actually get slick to where it's slippery. It'll dry out a little bit, it'll get this feeling sticky. And when it's really sticky, when you grab it to put it on a sandwich, that's when you don't want to eat it, because I think it's almost borderline burnt. Now, maybe it's not, but I'm real careful about stuff like that, because I don't like to be sick. I don't like to be throwing up, or the thing that goes on in the other end. I don't want to do that. Because if you get a hold of stuff like that, you can really put yourself at risk of some very bad health issues. And you don't want to do that, because that can put you down for several days and really weaken you, and then you don't feel like eating none of that stuff anymore, which, you know, it's not a good idea to overdo it on a lot of these lunch meats. Sliced turkey is probably one of the best ones for far as health-wise goes, but you know, all that bad stuff always tastes better, like a big old hunk of bologna with some homegrown tomatoes on it, and a slice of cheese is really good. You know, it's hard to beat that, and I just don't think sliced turkey's gonna ever measure up to a good old hunk of bologna or some chicken loaf, barbecue loaf, luncheon loaf, liver loaf. They've probably got every kind of loaf you can imagine, you know, but just be careful with these things. You know, one of the best things you can get that'll last the longest in your refrigerator is ham, because your ham chunks, your ham slices, shaved ham, they seem to have a longer refrigerator shelf life than other stuff because of the process that they use to fix them, the curing of it, the smoking, and it's really good too. You know, just like I say, just be careful on some of this stuff and try not to eat too much slick, burnt meat. Good night, everybody. Eat well.